bunte, tumarimida. It's the weekend. Welcome to a very cool morning here in Istanbul. 20 degrees Celsius. Actually, 20 degrees Celsius, a little bit warm for me. Let's take a look. It's a bright, sunny, very day for clear blue skies and no clouds. The kind of day which I normally would not be out. And then 20 degrees Celsius, there are people who are like just wearing t-shirt and Bermuda. But I'm not that adventurous, so I'm still wearing my cardigan. And I am here once again at Baraka Coffee, my favorite cafe in this neighborhood, and having a little coffee at my favorite seat. And oh, good morning, Leanna. Wow, early today. Awesome. The worst feeling, like doing this live stream, right? The worst feeling is coming on and for like 5-10 minutes, nobody is on. So I kind of like talk to myself and always wondering, should I just end it? But welcome and happy weekend. Like I just showed you guys, this is the kind of day I normally stay at home. Yes, bright sunshine, no cloud, full on UV, and you see spring here in Istanbul really feels different. See, people start to have their meals outdoor more often, have their coffees outdoor more often, people dressing down, dressing more adventurous. You can see the dress style here in Istanbul is actually very European. Lena, yeah, YouTube actually sent me notification for, okay. At last, YouTube is doing its job. For us driving like I don't really drive. I'm driving users to YouTube, right? For no, honestly, for nothing. I'm not getting anything from YouTube, to be honest. Like every live stream I get like what? If I'm lucky, 20 cents. Oh, let's take a look. 20 degrees Celsius, fashion here in Istanbul. Like a lot of people are just wearing t-shirts. T-shirts. And you can see like black t-shirt with jeans, right? It's really mainstream amongst the young people here. And in fact, today, incidentally, I am wearing black t-shirt with jeans. Look at that. Just with a cardigan over. Actually, this is black t-shirt with jeans as well. I mean, this is kind of like black t-shirt with jeans is like a uniform in so many places. So you see, black t-shirt with jeans, black t-shirt with jeans, and black t-shirt with jeans. Everybody's wearing black t-shirt with jeans. I didn't know I'm that typical. I thought my fashion sense kind of atypical, but turns out I'm actually quite typical. Liana, yeah, today I'm wearing shorts and t-shirts since it's getting warmer. Yeah, I see quite a lot of people walking by with shorts and t-shirts. Like I said, this is not the kind of day which I'm normally out. But as the time draws nearer for me to leave this place, I'll have to be out more and more often to make some preparations. And today is for the sake of one of these preparations that I'm out today, just 오늘 준비하기 위해서 나셨 여기까지 나셨잖아. See, a lot of, and you can see this is a Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's significantly busier on the streets than weekdays. Actually, if I, in my observation, during weekdays, you don't get so many people on the streets. And again, you see another black t-shirt with jeans. Oh my goodness, what's up with this black t-shirt and jeans phenomena? Okay, black t-shirt with black jeans. Black t-shirt jeans. Black t-shirt jeans is becoming like a uniform, and even I am wearing black t-shirt and jeans today. What the? Well, today is International Black T-shirt with Jeans Day. Liana, yeah, I just throw on anything since I'm at home. Or at home, I would just wear nothing. Look at that. Another t-shirt with Bermuda jeans. Liana, my clothes don't even match. Yeah, but because you're at home, right? But this is 20 degrees Celsius today. Actually, is a rather cool weather. I was just being very, very conservative by wearing my cardigan. Actually, it feels a little bit warm with cardigan. I look like a small child who dressed themselves. Oh, dress whatever you like, however makes you comfortable. That's the whole point of fashion, isn't it? Ah. And yeah, today is a bright, bright sunny day. Too bright, too sunny. Look at how strong the sunshine is today. And wearing double layer sunscreen with a UV blocking sunglasses, which is not meant to just block my eyes. This is meant to cover my face as much as possible. Okay, Liana, I would never leave the house. Yeah, exactly. I would never leave a house in this. I would never leave the house in this. If not that, like I said, my days here in Istanbul is actually numbered. 40 more days. In fact, Istanbul itself, I'll have 3 more weeks in Istanbul before I spend a few weeks in Ankara. So yeah, my days here in Istanbul is suddenly and very quickly numbering. You know, for 1.5 years I've been here like just doing nothing and waiting for nothing to happen, and then suddenly, boom, it's very fast. And yeah, that's why I have to be out making some preparations, getting some stuff. Yeah, that's why you guys will see me coming out more and more often, even in this kind of sun, as my time in Istanbul draws to a close. I may also revisit some of the old place, I may also revisit my old neighborhood. So for those of you who started watching my live stream, especially like Liana, who has been watching my live stream all the way since I was in the old neighborhood, and we can go through some nostalgia together as I'm gonna find just one fine cloudy day to revisit the old neighborhood of Nishantashi. My old neighborhood. Yeah, walk through that, my favorite little park again, you know. Just a revisit tour. Liana, I'm looking forward to the change. I'm looking forward to the change. I'm very, very excited for the change as well. But even though I'm excited for the change, I'm just still living life day by day today. Yeah, I'm never trying to like live in the future, but I have to make preparations. But I'm still living in the right here, right now in Besiktas, and yeah, it's an awesome neighborhood. I would still fully recommend anyone visiting Istanbul for the first time. If you're not visiting, but if you're here to stay for a while, I fully recommend Besiktas area, this area that I live in. Very international, full of great amenities and great cafes, and things and very mixed hodgepodge, very, very European. There's no staunch religious kind of a stench here. It's the kind of cosmopolitan feel that you get in major cities around the world. I fully recommend Besiktas area. There are some areas in Istanbul and indeed in Turkey that feels very religious. Okay, like the people, they dress in a certain way, they walk and they behave in a certain way, which is may not be familiar for people who are not Muslim, right? Liana, yeah, enjoying the time you are in currently. Yeah, I'm fully enjoying. Like I'm fully enjoying today being out. Even though quite grudgingly being out in this sunshine, but I'm really excited to do some preparations today and get some things done. Yeah. And of course, you know, honestly, being out of home is always a good feeling for me. But it's just that the sun makes it. It makes it very hard for me to decide to go out. But once I'm out, I usually feel really good. And it is fully spring here in Istanbul. People walking their dog and taking life slow. This is a Saturday morning here in Istanbul, about 10:15 a.m. in the morning. And it's a Saturday, and as you can see, compare this to a common weekday, there's a lot more people on the street on a Saturday than a normal weekday. But tomorrow on Sunday, everything will be closed and the streets will be deserted once again. I really love how people are beginning to eat outdoors again. Looks so charming, honestly. I only sit in the shade. Yep, I only sit in the shade, man. I only 100% only sit in the shade. I won't do the outdoor thing. Not even under tree shade. Yeah, tree shade doesn't do shit for you. You need full solid shade with at least 4 inches of concrete. 4 inches of steel if you can, or 4 inches of plastic ceramic steel if you can. But yeah, tree shade do shit for you, okay? A lot of people think, like when you go out and if you want to avoid UV, you go under a tree shade. I'm telling you right here, right now, tree shade does nothing for you. It's too many gaps, okay? Too many gaps, and that little leaf does nothing to prevent the UV from penetrating. Okay? It's almost transparent under the sun. Liana, yeah, you started the stream a little earlier today. Oh yeah, yesterday was even earlier actually. Like I said, I'm never on time. I only do this at my convenience, Liana, so I think many regulars don't come on yet for a while. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. The thing is, the big announcement yesterday was the big announcement, and I'm so glad that most of my old-time regulars and not so regular viewers, they're all on, so I was able to deliver the announcement very effectively. So yesterday was very important. Today is okay. Liana, but I think they will come. Yeah, I always appreciate it. And Liana, yesterday I couldn't get the Starbucks because yesterday, I don't know why, when I checked my delivery app, Starbucks was taken off the delivery app. So today, this is the coffee you bought me yesterday. Thanks Liana for the coffee today. Liana, like myself, I think they enjoy the casualness of our chat. Exactly. Don't want to make this like very regimental. Everybody be here on this time. Do you know like the fan groups in Korea is actually extremely regimental? All the fans in one fan club is banned from every other fan club, and you need to be on time, wearing the correct uniform for the meetings at certain places. Is very regimental. A lot of Korean fan club members, right? They report feeling like they belong to a religious cult. Yo, it's weird, right? That everything in Korea has to be so regimental. Regimental is okay. Like I was a professional soldier, and to a certain extent, I still regard myself as a soldier. I was never a soldier. Okay. With a gun, without a gun, I'm still a soldier. I've been a soldier for 7 years, okay? And even me, I don't do that kind of regimentation, okay? Even me, I think that the style in Korea is way too regimental. Oh, Kim Teo, good morning. Liana, I don't like to miss things I enjoy. Oh, thanks a lot. Good morning, Kim Teo. Thanks for checking in. You're out today, exactly. Let's take a look at the weather again. Today is a very warm day today, 20 degrees Celsius actually. Very warm day and very sunny day. A cloudless day today, and a lot of people are out today. And I'm in my t-shirt and black t-shirt and jeans. Like black t-shirt and jeans is becoming like a kind of uniform here in Istanbul. No, almost in black t-shirt and jeans, bunch of. In short, this is the kind of weather I usually would not be out. I usually would not be out in this kind of weather, yeah. But more and more, you would see me come out in a weather like this, in order to prepare for the next stage of my life, yeah. Because my days here in Istanbul is numbered. Excuse me. I have to get some stuff and prepare some stuff. So I'll be out quite often, even in this weather, running up to my last few weeks here in Istanbul. And like I mentioned earlier, I would also be taking a nostalgia trip back to my old neighborhood, the Nishantashi neighborhood, which I lived for 1 year last year. So those of you like Kim Teo, like Liana, who followed my live stream since those times, it'll be a nostalgia trip for all of us. I'll be revisiting some of my favorite places in my old neighborhood, and and like relive those moments again. Yeah. Liana, good morning, Kim Teo. Kim Teo, long weekend here tomorrow, Vesak Day. Oh, yeah, 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 it's Vesak Day, yes. Yes, exactly. Kim Teo, good morning, Liana. Kim Teo, oh, you visiting Mr. Mock. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I would, okay, I would most likely visit Mr. Mock, have a coffee with Mr. Mock, and then go around my old neighborhood to those places that I used to stream from. I'm gonna take 1 day for doing that, okay? I'm gonna choose one nice cloudy day to do that. So guys, stay tuned for our nostalgia trip back to my old neighborhood on my last few weeks here in Turkey, right? Jaya Suryana, have you recovered your sense of smell fully from COVID-19? Oh, actually, miraculously, I think I recovered maybe probably 80% of my smell right now. Yes. How do I know? Because every day I burn my incense at home. Yeah. And for a start, I could not smell the incense at all. But yesterday, I smelled my incense very strongly. So I would say I have recovered about 80%. And so that means 3 months after COVID, I begin to recover my smell and taste. Yes. Liana, what's Vesak Day? Vesak Day is celebrating the birthday of Buddha, of Gautama Buddha. It's inaccurate to say it's Buddha's birthday because there are many Buddhas. We have to be very specific. It's Gautama Buddha's birthday. Okay, yeah, Gautama Buddha. Or some people may like to call him Shakyamuni Buddha. Yeah, Shakyamuni Buddha. Sorry, but his real name is Gautama. Gautama the Buddha. Liana, how do people celebrate? Curious now. Oh, it's really big for Buddhists, and in some places there's processions and that kind of thing. And then in India, like real Buddhists, you observe a certain ritual. Some people do your pujas and things like that. It's mainly rituals, mainly rituals. But I think in Singapore it's just another holiday. Basically, Singapore tries to be a multicultural society by making the biggest holiday of all major religions a public holiday. And Singapore is the only country in the world that I've ever been to that does this, where every single major religious holiday is a public holiday. Christmas is a public holiday, Vesak Day is a public holiday, what's that? Ramadan is a public holiday. What else? What else is public holiday? Diwali. Diwali is a public holiday. So Christian holiday is a public holiday. Muslim holiday is a public holiday. Buddhist holiday is a public holiday. Hindu holiday is a public holiday. Yeah. Singapore is the only country in the world that does this, and I'm actually quite impressed by this. Like growing up in Singapore, I don't feel like it's that big a deal. But after having been out in the world, I start to realize that it is a big deal. That it is a level of accommodation of religious freedom that I don't see, or religious respect that I don't see in any other country. Like some societies like America say, we respect all religions, but you only get holiday on Christian holidays. Only Christian holidays are public holidays. Why? You talk about religious freedom and religious respect and everybody's free, but your only public holiday is a Christian holiday. Only Singapore practices full, true religious respect. And of course, in Korea, it's also full, open religious respect. But they do it in the other end of the spectrum, which is no holiday. None of these stuff are holidays, okay? No religious days, no. Simply no. So Korea does it on the other end of the spectrum where, okay, yes, we are religiously free, you're open to practice any religion, but we don't give holidays for any religious days. But Singapore, very unique. Not even Malaysia does that. Liana, I would love to witness that Valentine's Day. Oh, Valentine's Day is not religious. Liana, I think we should just have a day that's for chocolate. Yeah, Valentine's Day is huge in Korea and Japan. Huge. Liana, holiday celebration of chocolate, no religious, no deep meaning, just chocolate. Yeah. Valentine's Day, huge in Korea and Japan. Kim Teo, Malaysia has the same holidays. Oh, Malaysia does has holiday on Christmas. Is Christmas a holiday in Malaysia? I'll be very surprised because Malaysia is a Muslim country. Is Christmas a public holiday in Malaysia? Is Limpeh big in Istanbul? For those of you new to my live stream, wondering what the hell is going on in this live stream, this is the live stream where every morning here in Istanbul, yes, I've been living here in Istanbul for about 1.5 years, but my days in Istanbul is now officially numbered. I have just a few weeks left in Istanbul and I'm moving on, right? And this is a live stream essentially where I show you about the place I live in. Right now it's Istanbul, later on it's going to be somewhere else. And stay tuned, in a few weeks time we'll be moving on to Ankara, the capital of Turkey, for a few weeks. So I'll be exploring Ankara with you guys for a few weeks, and also grab a coffee of course and chit chat about anything and everything about life. This live stream happens sometimes 10 a.m, sometimes 10:30 a.m. Turkish time. For now it's Turkish time. When I move to other place, it will change to that place time. Okay, you will usually be about 10 a.m, but depending on which time zone I live in, right? Liana, Valentine's Day is just a day that reminds single people that they are single and not getting anything. Really? I don't know, but when I was single, I think the culture is different in Korea and Japan, yeah? Because when I was in Korea and single, I got a hell lot of stuff. Like girls give me chocolate all the time. Like girls queue up to give me chocolate outside my classroom. Yeah, I attend college in Korea. I attended college in Korea, and then I was single, and yeah, I have like 3 girls queuing up outside my classroom just waiting to give me chocolate, and then my lecturer will go like, Jason, this girl's waiting for you, and then get like, waving at me like, yeah, I think so. Kim Teo, yes, Christmas is a public holiday but not Boxing Day. Oh, I'm surprised. So Christmas is a public holiday in Malaysia, which is a Muslim country. Wow. I mean, mind blown. This is the first time I hear a Christian holiday being a public holiday in a Muslim country. Wow, wow. Kudos to Malaysia. Deep respect. Deep respect, Malaysia. Deep respect. Mad respect, honestly. Liana, I love any holidays if they involve team food. You foodie. Liana, yeah. That still people want to date you. Yeah. So I'm not surprised, and I'm not. To me, it's not even like. I have to try to avoid this kind of attention, honestly. Liana, it's not the same. Of nobody at all. Let's take a look at Istanbul spring fashion. For guys, really t-shirt and jeans is the fashion here in Istanbul. People walking their dogs. This dog comes here very often. Very often. And like black and jeans is like the in thing, everywhere in the world. Black color with something of a jeans. Even I'm wearing black and jeans today. So yeah, black and jeans, either top or bottom, really is the in thing anywhere in the world. It's the police street police, which is different from the regular police. Yeah, and so quite a few interesting things coming up. I think I might do the nostalgia trip next weekend. All right, so next weekend, stay tuned for our revisit back to my old neighborhood of Nishantashi. Liana, I want a holiday that's just pure celebration of chocolate. Wow, you like chocolate that much, huh? Well, I find that this jeans top and black bottom thing is really very popular here in Istanbul for ladies. While for men it's black top and jeans bottom, complete opposite, but match really well. Take, see people in just t-shirt and jeans, t-shirt and Bermudas, 20 degrees Celsius today. Actually, 20 degrees Celsius, I should not be wearing a cardigan. It's actually really warm. I was being too conservative. I quite worried that it might be too cold out here. I like denim dungarees. Oh, what's a dungaree? Denim dress. Ah, denim dress is nice. Oh, actually, especially the long denim dress that goes down to your ankle. I think those look damn sexy. I don't know why. And maybe because I see it so, I don't really see it at all. It's so rare. I've not seen that once here in Istanbul. It's so rare, that kind of denim dress that goes all the way down to your ankle. I've not seen it even once here. So let's Liana, high five, I agree. Boom. Kim Teo, feminine looking dress. I don't think it's like feminine looking, no. In fact, I don't think anything denim is feminine looking, but I think it's very style. I don't think it's, for me, like I don't quite classify things as masculine or feminine. I don't quite, like I said, I don't quite see people as men or women anymore. To me, in my eyes, there's no sex. Like, I don't see any difference between, I only see human. And I cannot perceive what's masculine and what's feminine anymore. To me, it's pretty much the same thing. So when I see that style, I see it as just a nice, I see it as it is, a nice style. I don't see it as a feminine thing at all. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's very hard to comprehend for people who takes for granted that, yeah, feminine and masculinity exist in the world. But once you reach a certain point of attainment, yeah, then you start to realize, and your paradigm just shift in a way that the truth is there's no such thing as masculine or feminine at all. Liana, for me, feminine dresses are soft fabrics. Yeah. For me, soft fabric is just soft fabrics. I could wear soft fabrics if I wanted to either. I don't see it as feminine either. In fact, to be honest, I don't see myself as a man or a woman. I don't see myself in any gender, honestly. I see myself as it is, a human being. No label, no identification, no classification, just human. In fact, even that human thing is becoming very shaky these days. I'm seeing myself less and less as a human, and more as just part of this whole mess of particle and atom. This whole kaleidoscope, this whole firework of atoms all around us, But I'm just explaining my attitude or my paradigm when it comes to the idea of masculinity and femininity. I do fully understand what you guys are saying, by the way. I'm just trying to allow you guys to act, to see my paradigm. Yeah. Liana, chiffon or organza for high feminine fabrics for dresses. Though I love many fabrics and styles, I just love everything. Yeah, expressing. Yeah, I'm just expressing myself. In fact, I don't think dress is for ladies. I think men perfectly we can wear dresses. In fact, men can wear mini dress and look good. Look at Scottish people. Yeah. So in the end, it's just a matter of perception. If I feel like wearing a dress, I wear a dress. In fact, look at what I usually wear at home. My kimono and hakama. Don't the hakama look like a dress? And in fact, everybody call it a samurai skirt. Doesn't my hakama look like a skirt? It might as well have been a skirt, the thing is, let's understand that the skirt or the dress was the very first form of clothing that human wear. Just a big cloth wrapped around the body. That's the very first form. Trousers came much later, much later. There was, in fact, if you look at Roman legionnaires, Roman soldiers, they all wear skirt and quite mini, quite sexy actually. Yeah, you guys realize that Roman soldiers, the very Roman soldiers that conquered almost the whole of the old world, back before Christ, they all wore skirts. Yes, and quite mini, quite sexy skirts, plated skirts. Yes. Kim Teo, your paradigm is interesting. Liana, oh, I agree. Liana, I think clothes are for everyone. Liana, sometimes I think men look even better in skirts than women. Yeah, men used to wear skirts. Samurai wore skirts. Technically hakama is trousers, since there's a little division in the center, but overall the look might as well be a skirt. And samurai wore that skirt till about 150 years ago. Not so long ago, man. So I think the whole paradigm, the whole very restricted ideas of skirts and dresses are for ladies, they are feminine, and then trousers are for guys, it's masculine, is a very limited label. It's yet another evidence of very limited label-based mindset that really limits your perception of reality. That's why, when you go deep into spirituality, this is one of the first things you'll break: identities and labels. Once you go beyond the labels which exist only in your brain, because the reality, there's no labels, there's no boundaries in reality. The boundary exists only in your head. So when you learn to look at things as it is, then there is no difference between feminine and masculine. There's no division of this should be like that should be like that. Everything is open and fluid, and that's how life should be. And that is one of the first things you will shift into when you just go. I think first step into spirituality, your first attainment will be that, in my opinion, because that is the staging area for further exploration and understanding of reality. And that's why I always say that real spirituality is nothing hocus pocus. Real spirituality is simply conditioning your mind to see things as it is, which is the hard science of reality. Liana, I love women in male fit clothing. Exactly. Lots of women wear male clothing. Yeah, and lots of men wear female clothing. And today's Japanese Japanese men still wear the traditional hakama, which might as well have been a skirt, right? And you don't look awkward. What is awkward or not, it exists only in your head. In the end of the day, it's just an idea. It's just in fact a limiting belief and a limiting idea. People talk about breaking limiting beliefs every day, and they only talk about it. In the end of the day, they broke nothing, because there are very clear and upfront limiting beliefs that you adhere to every single moment of your life, and you don't seem to realize it. I see families out on a nice sunny weekend, 20 degrees Celsius, nice weather to be out. Of course, like the sun is so bright and there's not a cloud in the sky. The UV is crazy. I usually not out in a day like this, but as my number of days in Istanbul draw to a close, I will be out more and more to run some errands to prepare for my departure from this very beautiful city at last after 1.5 years. Liana, like based on measurements, I love those traditional skirts. Traditional clothings are so charming to me. I really love. I like people who are not. I like to see people who are not ashamed of their traditional clothing and do in fact wear them on a daily basis. I find it very charming. Liana, one of my favorite things is looking at historical clothing. Oh yeah, same. I love to when I approach a new culture that I have not experienced before. One of the first things I look at is actually the traditional clothing, and I did look into the traditional clothing of Turkish people as well. Very interesting, very diverse. But interestingly, like nobody actually wear their traditional clothing here in Turkey anymore. At least not here in Istanbul. Maybe I'll see a different Turkey in Ankara. So guys, stay tuned. When I move to Ankara in a few weeks' time, we might see a very different interpretation of Turkey, right? So far, my interpretation of Turkey has been based on Istanbul, and I have been impressed. I love Istanbul so much. I am leaving Istanbul still with the impression that this is the best city that I've ever lived in all my life, and I have lived in so many different cities in the world. And this is the best city that I've ever lived in my life. I'm leaving Istanbul with impression like this, which is very, very rare. I usually leave a place with much less than pleasant impression. Okay, this is the first city that I lived in significant amount of time and leaving with a very good impression. This is the first one. Every city that I've ever lived in significantly, I always leave with some kind of a soured impression, like, oh, okay, it kind of. Istanbul is the only city I've ever lived in that I'm gonna leave in a few weeks with a very. But I am not sure what Ankara is like. I'm not sure. I heard Ankara is very different from Istanbul, and we will have a very different interpretation of Turkey based on in Ankara is going to be like. So guys, stay tuned for Limpeh live chat in Ankara coming up in 3 or 4 weeks time, 2 or 3 weeks time. I don't know. I've not planned it, but I've not confirmed the tickets. I've not planned anything. Right? Nothing yet. When it happens, but I know it's going to happen. Liana, like I'm always blown away in there's historic trees. Oh, Liana, imagine London give bad impression. Every single city I go to, when I leave, I always leave with something like, oh, so it's like it's so bad in this way, that way. But Istanbul, I have nothing bad to say about Istanbul. Honestly, Istanbul is somehow perfect in every way in my experience after 1.5 years. I still have nothing bad to say about Istanbul. Every single city, in fact, like I love Korea so much, but I have plenty of bad things to say about Korea. I go to my channel, I say all kind of bad things about Korea. Yeah. But this is the only city I've ever lived in that I have nothing bad to say about. Honestly, after 1.5 years, it's very rare. Usually, within 1 year, I discover lots of bad things about the place. But no, here, I have nothing bad to say. I had a bad experience here with some bad people in my gym before, but that's all past. It's just one bad person. I don't let that one person dictate my view of this place at all. Alright, it's past. I don't care anymore. Liana, I have lots of bad things to say about UK. I know, right? I mean, there's a whole lot of things to say about UK. A whole lot of things to say about New York. Yeah. Whole lot of things to say about Singapore. Yes, I'm sorry, Singapore is not off the hook. Whole lot of bad things to say about all these places, but honestly, I have nothing bad to say about Istanbul. No, honestly, what is bad here? I don't know. I don't see anything bad here. This city is like so balanced in every way, so so balanced in every sense of the word, you know. I mean, honestly, if nothing changes, I will just stay on here, on and on. Honestly, Kim Teo, was it bad for you in Korea? It's no, nowhere is bad for me. Okay, let's clarify. No city is bad for me because I'm never affected by anything in any countries. But it's just that every city I've ever lived in, I see the bad way. I see the bad things, and I'm not afraid to say it. You just go to my channel. I say tons of bad things about Korea, about the pollution, about the zombie fashions, and you know all that kind of thing. I say a lot of bad things, but it's not bad for me. Okay, let's clarify. Nothing is ever bad for me because nothing ever affects me. Honestly, I'm just a passerby in this world. I'm just a passerby in every society. Nothing affects me. Yeah, nothing is bad for me. Except when people come at me very personally, like the bad guy in the gym. But it's all past now. Doesn't affect me. Korea, other than Istanbul, Korea is still my choice of place to live in. Yeah. I like Istanbul because it's quite literally the best city that I've ever lived in. I like Korea because I fit in. Yeah, I fit in Korea 100%. But I don't fit in here, but I love the life here. This city is just perfect in every way. Liana, I wish I could have more positive things to say about country, but this is my reality. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I think I pretty much share the same views of UK as you do, but I'm not gonna talk about it. Liana, there's many things I'm aware of, and since so I cannot deny them. Yeah, pretty much the Western European story. Yeah. I experienced a lot of bad things in Paris as well, in Spain as well. Oh? A lot of things that I was saying that, oh, this is not good, that is not good. But there's nothing I can say about Istanbul that's not good. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. I'm still blown away at how balanced. I'm not saying that it's good in one way, you know. I think the magic of Istanbul is that it's so balanced. Most cities that I've ever lived in is super good in something, and therefore when you're super good in one way or another, it usually creates a huge imbalance somewhere. But Istanbul is just so balanced. Nothing is outstanding here. Nothing is super good in a way as to make other things become unbalanced. Everything is the ecology here in Istanbul just so balanced in every way that it's not outstanding in any one way, but it's so balanced in every way that is comfortable. It's just amazing. I don't know how they do it here. I don't know how Istanbul reach this amazing point of equilibrium of comfort and balance and safety and livability. It's amazing. Liana, there's many people that will deny the reality because they cannot handle criticism. So there's many people that will deny the reality because they handle criticism. Oh, the cocker spaniel is back. The cocker spaniel, you know, the last time I streamed here 3 days ago, this cocker spaniel was here. Today it's back. I love This is an American cocker spaniel. I love American cocker spaniels. Their head is so much rounder than English cocker spaniels. But their ear is so hard to take care of the ear. Man, I can never handle a cocker spaniel properly. So hard to handle. And yeah, I had a cocker spaniel. And yes, same like my corgi, I had to give him away. Yeah, it was a he when I moved my home. Liana, I think people shouldn't take things personal when they end personal. Yep. Liana, oh, that gorgeous dog. Yeah, and in the same seat as well. You know, people come regulars to a certain cafe tends to take a certain same seat. Like me, this is my seat. Yeah, this seat, this is my seat. Nobody ever sits here because this is the best looking seat here. So good looking, eh? Yeah, so a lot of very exciting things coming up, guys. Even though I love, see, Kim Teo asked me like yesterday, like since your days in Istanbul is numbered, is there any interesting things that you'll be doing? Nothing. Do you know why nothing? I want to share with you guys. This has been my personal experience. In my personal experience around the world, and I know it's human nature, and that's the problem. That when your days are numbered in a certain place, you try to do special things during those final few days. Yes or no? I stopped doing that entirely, and I always live life quietly and the same right and just move on. Do you know why? Because I found and I experienced that and I observed that and I found that usually during those final few days where you try to do things differently, but stupid things happen. Stupid things happen that sometimes affect the move itself. That is why I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it because you want, most importantly, to move on from that place smoothly. You don't want shit to happen to affect your move. And sometimes those few days when you try to be too special, shit happen. You either fall sick, you get into some kind of trouble. Sometimes you get injured, you land in the hospital, shit like that. And I have even had friends during those few days, they go out, they drive, and they knock somebody down, then they kill someone. I have one friend like this. During his final month, okay, final couple of months in China, he went out, he had a drink, he drove, and he killed. He got into an accident and killed someone and landed in jail. Right? So, from all these things, I realized that if you're nearing doing something big like moving, you don't want shit to happen. And in order for shit to not happen, you want to keep living life the same way up to the last day. That's why it has been my policy. And in fact, whenever I'm about to move, I usually don't tell anyone around me that I'm moving, that I'm leaving the place. I don't tell anyone. I usually tell people only on the final couple of days. During the final couple of days, I would just suddenly, if I have friends around me, I would just say, I'm actually, you guys busy doing some stuff, running around, right? Why? Because I'm actually leaving in 2 days. They go like, what, so sudden? It's actually not sudden. I know I'm moving for like a month ago. It's not sudden, but I'm just telling you guys right now. Why do I always wait to the last minute to tell people? And in fact, right now, like yesterday when I broke the announcement that I'm moving on from Istanbul, I don't tell you guys the whole plan. I only tell you guys up to the what's gonna happen, like the immediately, what's the imminent thing. I don't disclose everything. Why? Because when you the more people you tell about about this kind of big move, unexpected things tend to happen. And as someone very experienced living overseas for the past 20 years, right? I've learned through experience over the past 20 years to adopt this kind of practices, because this is the maximum level of self-protection I need for someone who has lived away from so-called home. Of course, right now I don't know what is home anymore. I don't know where is home, but lived away from home for 20 years. This is how you survive. Liana, I'm the same. I always sit in a specific seat when I'm comfortable. Yeah. Kim Teo, you mean you're good looking or the scenery? Oh, meaning what? I forgot where that come from. Utah home. Hey, catching a live stream. Oh, Utah home. Wow, haven't seen you in a long time. Kim Teo, that means no farewell. Oh no, I never do farewell dinners and parties. Never. Again, farewell dinners and parties is one of those things that could possibly screw up and make bad things happen to you that affects your move. It's one of those things. That's why in my life you will never see. In fact, I don't bid farewell. I don't bid anyone farewell. When I move, I just go. I just disappear quietly. I don't tell anyone, usually. Unless they are very, very close. I usually do not tell. They are immediately party. They need to know, like my landlord. Other than my landlord and people who are extremely close, the rest of the people, like in fact, like this these friends, people who have seen me around, every day, people that I greet every day, they will never know. I will just disappear one day. They will never know. Why? Because all these things. Because if you, when you're living alone overseas and you're moving country to country like I do, you want to minimize, because you're not moving from Ang Mo Kio to Toa Payoh, you know. You're not moving from this town to that town. You're moving between countries, and you don't want things to happen to affect that move. It's the move itself is already a big move, very big financial commitment. Yes, every time I change country, I spend a lot of money. Make no mistake, moving between countries is very expensive. You're committing a lot of money and you're committing a lot of preparation. You don't want anything to happen, and things have happened to me before. I used to happen where I'm going, and things happen, and things, very bad things has happened to my friend. Like I said, you know, that friend back in China, during his final couple of months in China, he has to get into a party, drive, and then knock someone down and landed up in jail in China. I don't want that. I just want to quietly move away. At the end of the day, whether people know or not, what it affects nothing in my life. If suddenly I disappear from my life, they wouldn't even notice until like 2 weeks later. They'll go like, "Oh, where's the Korean guy? I haven't been seeing that Korean guy around." Yeah, that's all. That's all they're gonna say. It affects nothing to them. It affects me nothing. So, the best thing to do is just to keep it down. That's why I always live my life extremely low key. I don't make a big fuss about anything that I do. I don't make a big fuss about anything so-called big coming up in my life. I don't. Why? I have to keep it quiet and I have to keep it private so that things don't happen. So why am I telling you guys that I'm moving to Ankara? Why? Because like I said, within the country is no big deal. If something happens to affect my trip to Ankara at the time that I planned, I could go slightly later, I could go slightly earlier. It's no big deal, right? But when it's time to move to a different country, that's a different story. I cannot allow the timing to be affected, and therefore those times I keep very private. Liana, it feels like obligatory in my opinion. Farewell dinners. Oh no, it's not. Honestly, nobody will miss you. I'm just leaving it out here for you guys. You know, people think themselves as a big deal, and that if they leave, everybody will cry, and therefore you need a farewell dinner to wrap things up. Honestly, I'm telling you, nobody will miss you. If you just disappear right here, right now, your neighborhood just won't even notice until a couple of weeks later. Until a couple of weeks later, then they start asking questions like, "Oh, haven't been seeing that girl around, yeah?" And after that finish, nobody's gonna think about you anymore. Nobody's gonna talk about you anymore. That's how insignificant all our lives are in the eyes of other people. So stop making the bigger deal about yourself or ourselves. Okay, we are no big deal to other people. So since we are no big deal to other people, the most sensible and rational thing to do in this situation is really just to keep it down and minimize the risk of change, minimize the risk of something affecting the next step. Yeah, Liana, I think moving is busy time that you gotta focus. Liana, no, I mean going to one feels like an obligation. Oh, you know, if people throw me a farewell party, I won't even go, because that's exactly when a lot of bad things happen. I won't even go. Kim Teo, I hope all goes smoothly in your next transition in life. It has always been smooth, you know. I expect it to be smooth. Always been smooth. Yeah. Always been no big deal. Yeah. Over the past 20 years, I have mechanisms and procedures to protect myself fully. Yeah. It just, after 20 years of roaming around the world, you develop this your self-protection mechanisms, because there's simply nothing to fall back on. I don't have a family to fall back on. I don't have a country to fall back on. I don't have a home to fall back on. I have to protect myself at every step. And once you're in this kind of situation, you learn and you develop very practical mindsets and very practical steps to protect yourself that do not involve other people helping you in any way. Of course, I would ask for help from people, right? Like this time round, my move to Ankara, I'm asking for help from my landlord, because they live in Ankara. Okay, so to me, they know best, and I will leverage on that. Liana, I don't like obligation. I hate obligations. Liana, I'm really looking forward to the journeys you're going on. Yeah, yeah. I'm not quite looking forward to anything. Like I say, when the more in my experience, the more I imagine about something or so-called look forward to something, right? Things change. Things change. It's like fortune telling. The more you try to look into the future, the more the future changes. So I don't that kind of thing. Just trying to enjoy every moment of today. You guys some of these interesting things that are going on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, so announcement once again, guys, this is something to look forward to. The next thing to look forward to, like I say, since my days here in Istanbul is finally numbered, that after 1.5 years of living here in Istanbul, I'm finally moving on. Over the next few weeks, you will see me coming out more and more often in this kind of vampire unfriendly weather to prepare some stuff, to buy some stuff, to sort up some stuff. And we will also take a trip down memory lane back to my old neighborhood, Nishantashi neighborhood, to go back to those old places that we know so well in last year, especially for those of you, Kim, Theo, Liana, all of you who have been with me for a long time. We'll be going back there, going to Mr. Mok, going back to the little park, going to the mosque, yeah, going down Nishantashi, okay, just reliving those times again, okay. Gotta do that at least once, all right. Stay tuned for that's coming up. After that, in a few weeks' time, I'll be moving to Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey. Yes, many people think Istanbul is the capital of Turkey. No, no, no. It used to. Okay, until a few decades ago, it moved to Ankara because Istanbul is just too close to the border. Nobody puts a capital this close to the border, except Ukraine. But okay, yeah. Okay, Liana, I don't know what to imagine, so I don't try. Liana, but I know myself and I know I enjoy a stream, so I know a new location will be enjoyable. Yeah, it'll be enjoyable for me because there'll be new things to explore. Like when I first moved to this neighborhood, we explored so many things together, remember? Every time I move to a new place, I explore. Yeah, I usually spend about a couple of weeks really exploring the place. After that, I just stay home again. Kim Teo, Limpeh's adventures continues in Ankara. Yep, Limpeh live chat in Ankara. Again, it's coming up. Alright, so stay tuned. Liana, I'm enjoying the present as well as the future. I enjoy the present, I don't quite enjoy the future because there's no such thing as a future. Future is just an imagination, but I'm enjoying myself right now with you guys here in Istanbul still as we count down to my moving to Ankara. Thanks for joining me today, Liana, Kim Teo. Really appreciate both of you. You guys are on almost every day religiously, right? And Utah Home Loan, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming back. And it's a very cool, sunny day here in Istanbul. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow is a holiday day. I'll bring you guys down to the Bosphorus again. Yeah. My days at the Bosphorus is also numbered right now. Seconds numbering, tick tock, and it stop short, never to move again when the old man dies. Thanks a lot. See you guys tomorrow. 주말 잘 보내시고 내일 뵙겠습니다. 베이비 보고 있으면 사랑해. 안녕.